me acabo de enterar, con lo cual voy a iniciar el directo rápidamente y lo vamos a ver. Acaba de empezar, ahora mismo están comentando unas cosillas y bueno, parece ser que ya estamos en directo. Todavía no. A ver si se ve todavía. Ahora sí estamos en directo. Vamos a verlo. Pregunta para qué están haciendo.
Others. That sounds like the worst frat house ever, but the best multiplayer ever. Wait, I'm going to ask one more quick one because this is a good one. Jack Sekhun, sure, asks, will headquarters be the multiplayer main menu?
It's pretty much the multiplayer main menu.
Yeah.
In that sense, so you on boot up, you're there, you're in the headquarters, you're running around, and if you want, you just hit the options button on your PS4 and you jump right into your matchmaking and your virtual lobby experience from there.
Great. Awesome. Okay, well, let's move on to divisions because that's new for this game too. So if you guys have any questions about divisions, throw them in now. But tell us about divisions. How do they differ from one another now?
Yeah, you know, one of the things we really love about the 3-year development is it gives you a chance to look at all parts of the multiplayer experience. And you know, we took a look at create a class, and we really wanted to bring something new. And so divisions replaces create a class. And I know there's a lot of questions about that, so people are going to see it at E3. It, for us, really embodies the fantasy of enlisting in World War II. So this is where you'll begin your experience in the headquarters, and you'll enlist into one of 5 iconic divisions. And those divisions will really set you out to differentiate your play style, your look, and really how you approach gameplay.
Nice. Okay, we're going to go straight to a live question for this one. Damon George asks, are we going to have to use the weapons and perks of a division, or are we going to be able to manipulate classes?
That's a great question, because you are going to be able to manipulate classes, and perks are gone. So we have division training, which is going to really focus on your play style. And that is going to then be augmented with your basic training. And your basic training is going to add that flexibility so you can go play how you want to play in the game. Off of that, you're going to have your primary weapon, which has your attachments, and your secondary and equipment that you can choose.
All right, so if you're someone like me who just like Leroy Jenkins himself into a situation, I can manipulate my character to do that?
Yeah.
Great, good. Pete Perez asks, will we be able to customize our characters? Which I think we just answered, yeah?
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, there certainly is. And you know, that's really the evolution of headquarters. Like your character progression, the things you do to be rewarded and really show off. Now with 48 players as that staging ground, that customization really shows off there.
Nice. So what type of loadouts will you be able to create?
All kinds of loadouts. So you have the classic run and gun, which is going to be your airborne division. You have your armored division, which is all about taking points and that aggressive playstyle with explosives. You're able to take the mountain division, which is the one-shot, one-kill division. Essentially, you're going to...
I'll be terrible at that division, I'll tell you that right now.
It is difficult, but it's a lot of fun if you can get in there and master that skill.
Right.
There's the expeditionary division, which is all about shotguns and really being immune and to be able to take these points.
Right. What are we looking at right now? Is this a specific division?
This would be the armored division.
Okay.
So you're within the armored division, your division weapon skill. So he's running this LMG, well, not anymore, but the LMG, you can now mount it on any surface and really just lock down points and hold points down. With the rifle division, infantryman division, which he's in right now, you have the bayonet charge. And all of these divisions can be, all these divisions have progression. And so you're leveling these division skills up. You're leveling your division training up as well.
Great. Logan Perry asks, are divisions unlocked by ranking up, or all of them are unlocked from the beginning?
So there's still a lot of stuff around progression being worked out. We're still very early in development.
Got it.
So there's a lot coming. You'll be able to see more beta.
Nice. It sounds like you guys can like vote on what you want. They're still trying to figure that out. Ooh, here we go. Shirley asks, will there be female characters?
There will absolutely be female characters.
Yeah.
We talk about, you know, your multiplayer career is about you going into battle. So we show diversity in the characters, both on the Allied and Axis side, both factions as you play. Multinational characters to choose from, plenty of gender diversity. It's important to the game. It's important to what happened in the war. It's important to us as a studio.
Yeah. I like playing as a lady now and then. Okay, Dalton Drake Smith asks, what vehicles will you be able to take control of in MP? Did we answer that in the last one?
A little bit.
You kind of get the tank?
Yeah.
You kind of, but you're
There's
not like...
a lot of score streaks that are controllable
Yeah.
in the game. So we do have the Fighter Strike, which is one that's available here at E3, where you can get into it and you're actually doing strafing runs on the ground. So it's pretty cool. You can see it in the trailer.
I want to do that. Can I do that when we go to the floor?
You can.
Yes. Do I have an in?
You just-
Angel Santiago asks, are you going to be able to switch divisions, and if so, how easily?
Very easily.
Oh, great.
So it's one of the big things about being in Division. We want you to be able to enlist in it and feel the historical, essence of it. But at the same time, we don't want it to restrict gameplay, and we want you to be able to get in there, switch your division when you want, and go and play how you want to play.
Great. Oh, this kind of ties into that. Mike Tanis asks, will we be able to slide or dive or nothing at all? Lol. He does laugh out loud at the end of that.
So we do have diving within the game, within the game. There's no slide. So we looked at both of them, and we really liked the dive mechanic, and we felt that fit our game better. We felt it fit boots on the ground better, and that's what we went with.
Nice. Awesome. Well, Greg, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Guys, up next we're going to be talking about War Mode, which I know a lot of you are excited about, so get your questions in for that. Welcome back, guys. We are live, and with me now is Sean Susi, multiplayer designer from Sledgehammer Games, and we're going to talk about maps and war modes. So get those questions in now so I can read them off my swanky little iPad right here. Hi, Sean. Welcome.
Hi, how are you? Good to be here. Thanks.
So tell us what it's like to be one of the lead designers on a Call of Duty game.
It's awesome. I mean, it's to be a part of something like this is just a huge opportunity.
I mean, especially multiplayer.
Yeah, multiplayer. I mean, it's awesome. Multiplayer. I'm a huge multiplayer gamer. I love multiplayer games. I play tons of Call of Duty and all the other ones out there. So.
You don't get tired of it working on it?
Oh no, no. I go home and play more at
That's
home.
Awesome.
So.
It's got to be a lot of pressure though. Like.
It is.
Maintaining the honor of multiplayer.
It is. I mean, Call of Duty's got such a history behind it, and we care so much about the fans, and we just want to make sure that everything that we do is great for them, So there is pressure for sure. It's fun, and yeah, it's awesome. It's great.
Nice. Okay, so tell us about the maps in the game. What are they like?
So the maps, one of our big goals with the maps was to put players in these iconic World War II locations, and
are we looking at one of them right now?
Yeah. So this is a flyover of Point to Hawk. So this
very
is
Game of Thronesy. I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is a perfect example. This was part of the Allied invasion of Normandy. It's a location. If you pop that into Google, you can find out what happened there. And we're kind of putting players into that environment and letting them duke it out in there. And so yeah, we wanted to just bring as much history as we could in multiplayer. So we do that with the settings and make sure that the map environments are varied. This is the trench section in Point to Hawk. So trenches and bunkers, getting that really kind of iconic, prototypical World War II kind of environment. So that was really important to us, and just provide a variety of gameplay experiences for players as well.
How has the design of these maps evolved since the previous Call of Duties you've made?
So one thing that was really important for us was to just really push the boundaries of and the range of playstyle opportunities. Going back to boots on the ground gave us some opportunities to kind of control gameplay a little bit more in ways that is refreshing and nice for us. So wanted to make sure that, as you can see, you're going on the cliffside here on Point to Hawk. This is kind of an area where a little bit longer range comes into play. You've got the trench section where you get some really up close, super fast, intense gameplay going on. So really wanted to make sure that we push those play styles and just
that was such a cool camera move right there.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
That was sweet. I was glad I was looking right at that.
One of the things we're trying to do with maps is really encourage division playstyle, right? So
Yeah.
Definitely.
what you'll see throughout all the maps, and we're going to show another one here, I think, that we're taking D3, Ardennes is really encouraging. Here it is here.
yeah.
This was a really iconic location in World War II along the Siegfried Line, and this battle happened as part of the Battle of the Bulge, so you can also find out a lot of history on this. But each of our maps really tries to encourage, as Sean said, the different play styles. And with that, you'll be really encouraged to level up each of your divisions and understand when to take them in based off your map and your mode.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the locations in the maps are varied. So, your mountain division that's kind of more focused on longer range, kind of sniper gameplay. That there's areas in the maps where that division can kind of live and thrive, and closer up gameplay. The expeditionary division, which is kind of more close range shotguns and things like that. There's areas where each of those has their strengths and weaknesses, and you can kind of mix it up as you go along.
Nice. Okay, we have some live questions. Rick Crow asks, will the maps be bigger or the same tight maps?
So we shot for range there as well. So you're going to have some smaller, really fast-paced maps, and you're gonna also have some that we kind of open up a little bit. And again, it's varying that gameplay style. So we give players opportunity to have different experiences.
Since you base them all on historical locations, did you pick specific locations that would fit those criteria?
We did, yeah. So history obviously is super important to us. Want to make sure that we reflect the history behind World War II and multiplayer gameplay. So, want to make sure that players feel like they're a part of that. And yeah, definitely choosing locations that will kind of focus more or less on certain play styles.
I think for us, trying to capture the authenticity of the game, the team went to these locations. So we, with our military historian, Marty Morgan, went to Normandy. We went to Gibraltar. We've sat in the Ardennes forest in the middle of 10-degree snow to try and bring these to life in a really respectful way. Yeah.
That's a great job perk. That's really cool. Elliot Dunn asks, can we have some names of multiplayer maps and what they contain? Please shout me out. I just did, Elliot Dunn. What's up? Hey. But
what's your favorite map, Sean?
My favorite map? Ah, man, that's a hard one. Definitely a fan of Point to Hawk. Also, again, it's that. If you ask people what they want out of a World War II Call of Duty multiplayer map, the D-Day scenario, the trenches, the bunkers, all that stuff.
Right.
So I'm a fan of that map. It's got, like I said, the trenches in the middle are super intense, super fun to play in. That's definitely up there on my favorites.
Are there any you haven't announced yet?
There are a couple you saw in the trailer that I don't think we've specifically called out. There's the USS Texas, the battleship map. That is a ton of fun. Mm-hmm. I keep saying ton of fun, don't I?
It's fine. It's
everyone's going to make fun of me. It's a ton of fun. The shovel scene, that brutal shovel slash scene, that's great. That happens in Gibraltar. That's a really great map as well.
Yep.
Mason Kelly asks, will we be parachuting into the maps? It was in the trailer, and I'm curious.
Okay, so the parachuting into the maps, there's a score streak that's in the game at E3 called paratroopers.
Yeah.
You call in paratroopers, they deploy into the battle. It's a really cool, just super
Awesome.
World War II kind of thing to see. Yeah, it's cool
Sweet.
stuff.
So you will be, if you are that specific.
That's a score streak.
Oh, that's a score streak. Got